Right, welcome back to Shedtune. Some very exciting news today because I've had another delivery, and today I bought this. Take my glasses off and be able to see what I'm doing. Now I have opened it and had a quick look because I was too excited. I couldn't wait. And I've bought myself a Casa front disc for Shedtune 83. At the moment we've got just a normal disc on it, which we've converted to anti-dive. But we've got to have a look at this kit because to me it looks amazing. So this is all pretty much CNC'd. I'll take the bits, I'll show you what you get in the kit. So there you go. First bit is for the handlebars. There you go. That's really nice, really good quality. So obviously I've got an Indian GP.
And may his radiance light up your life and up yours.
So this is the old Indian GP. Switch gear, lovely jubbly. Master cylinder, series 3. It's getting stuck. Here we go. And again, it's all so well machined and so beautifully made. It's almost a shame to put it on. Real high quality. So there you go, we've got that and that so far in the kit. I like the fact that it comes with the brake hose. It's fitted the front brake light switch. That's nice in a little section. And fine, oh no, hang on. Another bit in here. He says. All the actual caliper. Let's have a look at the caliper. That's again really nicely well made. This is what's called a radial caliper because of the way it mounts. We'll come back to that in a minute. Right, see if we can get this disc out. I needed 2 hands to lift that out, so this bad boy is really well made, really nicely finished. I like the finish of this. Floating disc, drive for a speedo, that's where your caliper mounts, anti-dive built in. Don't, even though it says for race use only, I won't worry about that too much. Oh, it's lovely. Absolutely stunning bit of kit. Quality is, you can see why they're as much as they are, because the quality is second to none. So just having a quick look at the disc itself with the anti-dive. It looks pretty straightforward to fit like a normal Lambretta hub, which is always a bonus. Obviously caliper goes on there, that's what they mean by radial. As I said, speedo there, it's a bolt type, that goes onto the fork. And your wheel will go on in the normal way onto the studs. Well, what do we think? I'll put a link in the description as to where to get them from. As I say, I think if you shop around, they're all around the same sort of price. And if you sat down, I'll tell you how much it cost me. You ready? £1,260 delivered. Question is it worth it? Right, so in order to fit this, I've got to strip the old one out. So I've got to strip that out, all of this side out, obviously switch gears, that means the rods have got to come out and everything else. So I think it's going to be a bit of a job, so there might be a couple of videos. But we'll have a look and see how we get on. Right, so first things first, I think I'm just going to take this anti-dive bit off and speedo cable, and then I guess we're going to have to look at the headset and see what everything's going to come apart properly. The problem is, obviously, you've got this threaded up. I've taken the shock off already, but you've got that threaded up through here. I might have to take the horn cover off just to get access to where everything runs, but we'll see. Right, okay, onto the headset. So those screws have got to come out, that and that underneath there. Disconnect the speedo, and then that should release the top of the headset. Headlight can come out, and then that'll give us access to all this. But I need two hands to do it, so I'll be back in a minute. Probably dull as dishwater, this bit. Okay, let's take the screws out of the headset. Obviously, if you've got your Shedtune nut and bolt tray, you won't lose stuff. Here we go. Whew. I've had this brake on this scooter for a long time now, and it's worked perfectly, even though we did try and smash the lever off at the Isle of Wight the other year when Dom deliberately drove into me. He'll deny that, obviously, but I like to make out he did just to annoy him. Yeah, that can go over there. So there you go, that's that. We need another screwdriver, and then we've got access to all that. Is that my belly? Jesus, look at the state of it. Oh no, it's all that cushion underneath. Right, so that's the headset top off, and as you can see, we've already cut about the side of the headset for the hose. But it does feed down through there, which will be a pain in the arse because of all these wires and bits and pieces. I'm going to take that off, which is going to be a pain in the arse. It's all going to be a pain in the arse. Okay. So I think we're going to start up here, aren't we? Get all of this stuff off. Right, okay. So there you go. Here's a prime example of the difference in quality. So this is, that's all ovaled. And you've got a different size bolt going in there than you have in the bottom. This has been obviously cut and modified to fit, which is fair enough, it works. And for the money, I suppose you can't complain. But the Casa one, oh, it's all CNC machined. So there you go. So what's happened is with this, we've unbolted. And what they've done is they've cut it across here. I'll explain that in a minute. To obviously make it fit in here, and then sort of, I'm going to say machined, it looks like it's been machined with a hacksaw. To be honest with you, but there you go. So that fits into there, it bolts top and bottom, and that's your brake master cylinder from the other sort. And what I mean by explaining it is, this is a master cylinder, okay, that's how that started off life as. And then to get it to fit, they've cut the bottom off of here, and then drilled and tapped it up there. Yeah, and it does a good job. But I've seen better engineering. God, I'm not looking forward to this. So the choke's got to come off, the switch gear's got to come out, which means I'm wiring that. Then we've got to get the roll pin out of here. I'm showing you like that, you can't see that. The roll pin's got to come out of here, which will be a right pain in the arse. To release the rod, that will then come off out that way. But I suppose I better just get on with it. Okay, so that's the switch for the SIP speedo. This is 10mm, I think it is, or 11, 10 or 11. Actually, I might have to do it that way. Let's see, let's go through that way. Okay. This is going to be trickier than I thought. So that's got to come off of there, which means this lighting temperature gauge, put you over there. Gordon Bennett. Right, here's a tip for you. When you're doing your electrics, if you're as bad as me, get your phone and take a photo of where all the wires go. Make sure you can see where the wires go in the photograph. And if you can't, so we've got 3 wires going there, and then 1, 2, 3, that's okay, so that's that, fine. So as I thought, we're going to have to take the horn cover off, gradually stripping stuff down. All of this electric's got to come out, but the horn cover's got to come off to see where everything goes. Horn cover's got to come off, exposing all the wires. Happy days. And so now we know where everything runs. Right, so that's all of that stripped out. So whilst it's all stripped out, we might as well clean it up before we do the hydraulics. Bearing in mind that's got brake fluid on it, and if you get it on any paintwork, it's going to destroy it. So always best to put some sort of cover, a towel or something over it, so that if it does leak, then it's not going to be too much of a disaster. Right, next job is, you'll notice if we're going to give it a haircut. Not really, obviously I'll put a towel over because I'm going to crack that nut, pull the pipe through, and I don't want any brake fluid spilling out of the master cylinder or the pipe. Right, so that's the whole front end stripped out, front hubs off, wheel, all of the handlebar, absolutely everything. While it's apart, I'm going to give it a clean, but that's going to be it for this episode. Stripping it down, and then part 2 will be putting it all back together. Hopefully it'll all go back together. Pretty straightforward. Anyway, don't forget, if you want to support us, go to our website, Shedtune.shop, buy some merch, some stickers, whatever. It all helps. Don't remember, all this content's free. I think that's it for the minute. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your mates, whatever. See you in the next one.
That's all, folks.